My name is Mirrel. I am a teacher and I teach arithmetic. The presentation will be about digital teaching materials in arithmetic. I obtained the information on the internet from Dutch sources, Kennisnet, Onderzoek Institute, and www.docentenplein.nl. I want to know more about the findings or experiences of these Dutch research institutes regarding the advantages and disadvantages of digital teaching materials, the criteria for an effective digital arithmetic program, and the role of an ICT teacher. This is a workload about my presentation. Most of the schools in my country have no internet access or no ICT rooms or a competent ICT teacher. I still teach traditional method, for example, using a blackboard, chalk, teaching material from an old arithmetic book, and the students also work from a very old arithmetic book. Most teachers and students are normally uses the computers for word processing, browsing, listening to music and playing games, and much less for specific educational purposes. Education aims to prepare young students for the society in which they live. Society is constantly changing. The focus is also on learning specific skills changing. ICT is a learning tool that can support the acquisition of other 21st century skills. That's why it's important to integrate digital skills into all subjects, not implement it as a separate subject, preferably within all layers of education. What is digital teaching material? Digital teaching material simply means that teaching material is only digitally accessible via, for example, computers, laptops, tablets, or a digiboard. This includes all educational apps and games, software for education, and for example, videos or sound clips with explanations. First, I will be talking about the advantages of digital teaching materials. These are: with digital teaching materials, all students can receive lessons at their own level. The lesson can be tailor-made. Digital lessons are more topical than lessons taught with the help of a book which may be a few years old. More interaction is possible during a digital lesson. Students can easily check whether they have answered questions correctly, and you can give them online feedback as teacher. Digital teaching saves checking. It is much easier to monitor the results of assignments made online. With digital teaching materials, support through image and videos is also easily possible. This provides more variety in the teaching material. There is an awful lot of information on the internet. It is important for students to learn which information is reliable and which not. With Digital teaching materials you can motivate students to learn through games. Sharing students' results in digital parent portals can increase parental involvement. Everything is available in cloud. These advantages of digital teaching materials are: it is more difficult to check whether students are actively working on their school assignment. Social media and surfing the internet can be a distraction, so it is wise to block access to some entertainment websites if impossible. The preparation of digital lesson can take more time because as a teacher you always have to delve into new tools and apps. Research shows that students can process information better and more effectively if they read paper instead of a screen. Students learn to write less well because of more typing. Notes that are typed often stick less well than notes that are written down. As a teacher, you are dependent on the internet. Is the internet at your school often very slow? And does this affect your lessons? Open question will still have to be checked by the teacher. The answers to this are not so easy to check using software. Cyberbullying is very common. When a student is bullied online, as a teacher, you have much less control over this than when this happens in class. There are strict privacy rules that must be taken into account when storing student data. The criteria for an effective digital arithmetic program. Online, more and more arithmetic programs are available for primary school teachers, mainly programs for practicing and automating sums, but also programs in which students themselves look for solutions to arithmetic problems. However, not all programs prove to be equally effective at school. Teachers of arithmetic education should also consider the criteria for an effective digital arithmetic program. What criteria does an effective digital arithmetic program meet? There are 5 criteria for assessing the content of the digital arithmetic program. The program offers subject matter that matches the subject matter of the school and the level of the student. The program provides short, visually supported explanation. The program provides short, substantive feedback. The program is motivational. Within the program, students have freedom of choice. The role of the ICT teacher. Lesson preparation and instruction digital arithmetic programs often offer exercises or open problem situations without much explanation. The programmers therefore assume that when it comes to new material, the teacher first gives explanations and processing assignments so that the students can start working well prepared on the computer. It's important that the teacher chooses the right exercises The teacher has to choose which one to use. He cannot handle all material, and not all students need the same instructions. When preparing the lesson, the teacher should ask himself, what goals do I want to achieve with the class this week? Which questions do I select this week from the arithmetic method to discuss with my class? What explanation do I want to give? For which different arithmetic levels in my class do I want to offer exercises? How do I provide feedback that motivates the students? That was my presentation about digital teaching material.